So the expansion of this is going to take a little work. We still got, don't forget about this, the limit as h approaches 0. We don't have to keep writing this because we don't really do anything with that until we get towards the end, right? So if you don't want to have to write this limit as h approaches 0 every time, that's okay. Give myself some room here. When I expand x plus h squared, I have x squared, I have h squared. I multiply these two and double it, so that's 2xh. Then I'm going to distribute this 2, so I have plus 2x plus 2h minus 1. Now over here, the parentheses are important because we're subtracting every term. So this becomes minus x squared minus 2x plus 1 all over h. Now, at this point, you may want to write this down in your notes. Once you get to this spot where everything's been expanded, you want to write this down. I'm going to give you a little hint. All of the terms that don't have h need to cancel right now. So once you get to this spot where you've expanded the entire expression, anything that doesn't have an h has to go away. Because you'll recall in the previous problem, once I got to here, once I got to this step, I was able to factor an h away from everything in the numerator. That is a crucial step to this process. I need to be able to cancel everything that has and that doesn't have an h, so that what's left I can factor an h out. And let's see, this doesn't have an h, and here is its opposite. This doesn't have an h, and here is its opposite. This doesn't have an h, and here is its opposite. Which means everything else, h, h, h. Everything has an h. So we're in good shape. So we have the limit as h approaches 0 of 2xh plus h squared plus 2h all over h. And now the h can cancel. Remember, this is the problem. I can't plug a 0 here because it'll give me 0 in the denominator. In order to get rid of that, we have to factor an h out of the top so it cancels with what's on the bottom. So we have the limit as h approaches 0. When I factor the h away from this, I'll say here's another common mistake that I see, because this is going to come up. Another common mistake that I see is when this says just plus h, and you need to factor the h out. People will factor the h out and leave nothing in its place. This one's easy, because when you take the h away, you know you're left with the 2. But sometimes this will say plus h. People will factor the h out and leave nothing in its place when there should be a 1 here. Okay, I've seen it many, many times. Don't be that person. So now the h's cancel. And we have the limit as h approaches 0 of 2x plus h plus 2. The 0 comes in, we get 2x plus 2. That's our derivative. That's the formula. But we still have to plug in, what was it? Four. Therefore, the slope at 4, 23 is 2 times 4 plus 2, which is, that's our final answer. The derivative is the formula that helps us calculate the slope.
Wait, be sure to like and subscribe.
Be sure to what?
Be sure to like and be sure to smash the like button and hit that subscribe button.
And turn on my post notifications.
Post notifications?
This video is sponsored by Best Fiends.
What's that mean? Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.